Joe, can you hear me down there? Alright, I just wanted to make sure that we are connected. Now I still have to set up a couple more things, but we should be good. Alright, sounds good. Yep. Smith, we're going to check mics real quick. Alright, I'll let you know in a second. Check, check, testing.
Check, check, testing, testing.
How much longer is left on the song? Can we run to the end of the song, go and then go bed? Cool. Yeah, if you can count them in, that'd be great. Cool. Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Liberty League Semifinals. I'm Nathaniel Kranak, and I'm here with Derek Smith, and we're here with BIC Sports. Today, the number 1 seed Ithaca Bombers will face against the 4 seed Skidmore College Thoroughbreds in a tough matchup here in Ben White Gymnasium. Derek, last time Ithaca played Skidmore, Ithaca beat them in straight sets while not laid up more than 20 points in 2 out of 3 sets. Do you think the Bombers knowing this, they have beaten them before, it will bring whatever nerves they have to lessen in this game?
Yes, I do think. I think it'll give Ithaca a lot of confidence, and I think the last matchup is fresh on both teams' minds. However, Skidmore needs to use that last loss as fuel. They need to go out there and try and prove that they are a better team than they showed the last time facing the Bombers.
Definitely. You know, during the playoffs are a time when hidden gems love to come out and become a difference maker in these bright moments. Who do you think will be the difference maker in this game for the Bombers?
Well, you're going to think I'm dodging your question here, but I'm not. The truth is there is not one star that really stands out on this Bombers lineup just because it is so deep and every player really embraces their role. They do what it takes for this team to win. Coach Stillwell, she really embraces and tries to get everyone on the team to really make the team like a family, and it really shows when you see there's not one particular player that stands out. It's just everyone playing for each other and the team's success.
Definitely, this roster is just so stacked with players. And being that they're stacked with players, if the Bombers go on to win their 4th straight Liberty League championship, do you think the feeling of winning a championship gets better for players who have been here for 2, 3, or even 4 years?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think winning can kind of get old, but the players should not take this opportunity for granted, and I don't think they will. But winning has become a standard on this Bombers team, and winning should never be a standard or an expectation. The Bombers players really need to embrace where they are and attack this moment like it's their first or last opportunity. And when you look at seniors on the team, Ella Groper, Bridget Atland, Karina Garcia, and Ellie Benedict, they've been part of a dominant team for 4 years straight. That's just insane. It's so rare that you get to be on a dynasty like this. It's great to see. And meanwhile, the underclassmen, they learned how to train like a winning team, and they learned how to perform like a winning team. It's great all around. It really is a winning culture.
Skidmore is riding high off a 7-game win streak after beating Vassar College in the first round of the Liberty League. How important is it for the Skids to have that confidence and momentum and bring it into this game as an underdog being the 4th seed?
Confidence is key. You've got to be confident, especially when you're attacking the ball. You cannot have any doubt or be timid. You just got to go up there and go get it. Having the confidence after a win streak can be huge, especially coming in as an underdog. When you're on a roll and you feel good, you're going to play better.
Definitely. Skidmore won their first postseason game in 13 years against Vassar College. What do you think winning this game and potentially winning a Liberty League championship means to them?
It would mean the world to this team. A streak like that is never one that you want to have. You don't want to be known for a team who doesn't make a deep run in the playoffs. However, this is a huge opportunity, and credit goes to Coach King, Lindsey King. Before this season, Coach King has been coaching since 2022. Before this season, the highest win total for this team while Coach King was coaching was 12 games. This year, they've won 16 games, and if you look at it, each season, Coach King is leading this team to more wins. She's building a winning culture. It's one step at a time, and this is a big step for the Skidmore Thoroughbreds.
It really is. The Bombers have won their last 11 matches against Skidmore and are looking to make it a dozen. Why shouldn't we count out the Thoroughbreds, and what strength do they have over this one-seeded Bombers team?
3 words, their front line. The Thoroughbreds front line has outblocked their opponents 163 to 130. Obviously, blocks can bring a lot of momentum to your team, but more importantly, it puts doubt into the opposing offensive players, and the Thoroughbreds need to slow down this Ithaca Bombers offense. So the front line, you got to get them going early. If they play like they are able to in this game, it'll be a lot closer of a matchup than the previous.
Thank you, Derek. That's all for the pregame show. We will now pass it off to our play-by-play announcers, Bryson Shaw and Johnny Weesey.
Keep going with promo PSAs. We just stopped free. Hold on, let me dash them. Lisa just told me to tell you that we'll go on in about 90 seconds. So, okay. Yep. Get me another after this. All right, after this PSA, we'll go bat and go. Go intro and we'll go. Madison, please.
League Volleyball Semifinals between the visiting Thoroughbreds of Skidmore and the 3-time defending champion Ithaca Bombers. Bryson Shaw on the call and Johnny Weesey by my side. Johnny, how you feeling?
Bryson, in the almost year we've known each other, we've never done a live game. We've been in the studio, but it's time to take our talents courtside here.
Well, and as we go courtside, I mean, what a matchup we have here for our first pairing together. The Thoroughbreds of Skidmore visiting here for the first semifinal of the day, one of 2 that Benmar Gymnasium will host. Johnny, what's your outlook on the game?
Well, you look at Skidmore. We'll start with the Thoroughbreds, 4th in the conference. We were tracking the stats together on Tuesday night in their matchup against the Vassar College Brewers, and Skidmore looked pretty solid in the first 2 sets, but we look away for an hour and 15 minutes during FCA, and they go to 5 sets. So really, Skidmore, a good job to battle through. One of the things that I like about Skidmore is their ability to move the ball offensively. But one of my concerns, Bryson, a very low hitting percentage, 191%, which if you look at it like a batting average, that's like batting 191, and that's not great for Skidmore. So that's the main concern for the Thoroughbreds.
All right, we have a little bit of time here, so we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Morgan Spriggs. Morgan, what do you got?
Hi guys, coming into the Liberty League tournament, the Ithaca the Bomber volleyball team is on a tear. They've won 20 of 21 games. IC went 2-1 in the Emory Invitational in Atlanta last week to close the regular season. That one defeat came versus number 15 Emory in 4 sets. An important point, the first set is always so important to win, but especially for Ithaca. Ithaca lost that first set, committing 6 errors. The Bombers have never lost in 2025 when winning set number 1. That's an important point as they ready to take on the Thoroughbreds in the semifinal matchup. Back up to you guys to get the game underway.
Thanks, Morgan. And as we talk about the history of this matchup and the history of the season so far for the Bombers, it's the first winning season for Skidmore since 2019. And as we look at history, since the first matchup or playoff matchup for Skidmore in Denmark Gymnasium since 2017. Exactly. And in 2017, Skidmore came visited Ithaca in the regular season, lost in 3 sets, a clean sweep for the Bombers. And then in playoffs, came to Denmark Gymnasium in a clean 3-sweep win for the Bombers as well. So we'll see if history can repeat itself as it was in 2017 tonight.
Well, Skidmore is making history. The last time they won a Liberty League championship was in 2011 against Clarkson. They hosted their first Liberty League championship matchup since then in 2012, and they beat Vassar. So let's see if they can bring their talents on the road. Head coach Lindsey King really making strides in a 4th year in the program.
And on the other side, we talked about the Bombers, the 3-time defending champs. They've only lost 3 sets in the Liberty League play all season. Crazy dominance.
Yeah, they've been dominating the Liberty League, and that is all due to their really difficult schedule. Morgan talked about it, playing in Atlanta in that Invitational. 3 really good teams, and that gets you high in the NPI. Ithaca, I think at one point was 11th in the NPI, and that is really what gets you into the tournament. They hosted some good teams. I look at that Bomber Invitational where they played Smith, who they beat in the Southern Tournament last year, perennial powerhouse NYU. They played the former defending champions Juliana. So they built a really good schedule, and Coach Stillwell says she took a gamble on that schedule by saying you have to make these schedules far in advance, and she took a gamble and it really more than paid off.
Well, and when you talk about the schedule so far this year, the team's last 21 games, they post a record of 20-1. The only loss coming down there in Atlanta, like Morgan mentioned earlier. But Johnny, what does Ithaca have to do here to defend their Liberty League title?
Well, they've been really good at moving the ball. Like you've been talking about throughout this whole week. Katarina Holtpool really moves the ball around well for Skidmore, and Ithaca has Wesley Slavin. So 2 really good setters, and one of the big things with the addition of new assistant coach Mark Lucas in his first season, they're really good at the net.
And I'd like to add to that as well. Once they put their foot on the gas, they can't take it off, because Skidmore has shown that if they have any life, they can hang around exactly what we saw in Vassar, where they won the first 2 fights, and Vassar get back into it, but fall right back into it. I think it's going to be pretty exciting when they get it.
It's going to be a great matchup. Skidmore, not their best performance in late September, but I think it's playoff time. We've seen anything can happen.
And Skidmore only a 5-5 record on the road, but they're incoming today with a 7-game winning streak, so they're all red hot compared to the 2-game winning streak of the Bombers.
Yeah, exactly. But you look at the schedule that Ithaca has played. You look at Spark, Clarkson, Blacksburg, not some of the tougher competition that Ithaca has faced. I mean, Ithaca's two-match winning streak is against Washington and Lee, who's receiving votes, and a pretty solid Randolph-Macon team. So you look at the strength of schedule, it's a little bit different there, but hey, if you can get hot into the postseason, doesn't matter who you play, that's a big deal.
Well, game 1, or semifinal number 1 of 2 at Denmark Gymnasium will host it. We'll get underway in just a moment, but we'll step aside for a quick break.
This is a great promo to throw.
semifinal number 1 of 2 on the day. It's Ithaca hosting the visiting Thoroughbreds of Skidmore. Ithaca 15 in the country right now, but looking to make it 4 Liberty League titles in a row. So that journey in the playoffs starts right now.
You can feel the vibes as I want to shout out. I gotta shout out the mutual respect between the coaches, because you gotta love it. Head coach Lindsey King for Skidmore and Tara Stillwell for Ithaca. Big embrace at midcourt for Bryson. Ithaca has been dancing, singing. The vibes are high here at Bud Light Gymnasium for the Bombers.
And you're listening to Ithaca College Volleyball on VIC Radio Ithaca, the voice of Ithaca College and the Bombers Radio Network. Just about to get underway here. Let's take a look at the starting lineups posted by the Bombers and the Thoroughbreds. For the Bombers, it's Ella Draper, Wesley Slavin, Naomi Claus, Gabriela Gonzalez, Abreu, Bridget Altman, and Libero. For the Bombers is none other than Kathy Ellie Benedict. For the Thoroughbreds, as we take a look here, Chloe Heitman, number 9, number 19, Jaslyn Chen, number 6, Marlowe McIntyre, Catriano Hill, and in service first is the Thoroughbreds, and it's number 18, Madison Manning. Just like that, the Liberty League semifinals are underway. It's a good service. Set by Slavin. Claus throws it down, but it's dug. Here come the Thoroughbreds from behind the line, and it's out of bounds. The first point of the match goes to the Bombers.
We talked about that beautiful set from Wesley Slavin. One of my favorite connections is that Wesley Slavin to Naomi Claus. Naomi Claus is a thunderous attacker at the net.
And it's what she does best with a it's written in the column wrong because there's not enough space, and it's off the service. It's an ace for Ella Draper. Just like that, 2-0 Bombers. But 1,015 assists, big at 1,016 assists now for Slavin. So the Bombers, after 2 quick points, Draper will be in service again. Goes right back to the same area. Set across now, and it's right back over that wall.
One of the things that has been added to the repertoire of this Ithaca team with the addition of Mark Lucas is their ability to block at the net, and they have been phenomenal blocking at the net. That's huge.
Cole Poe did a good job of setting it over her head, but she's going to have to set it even better than that to beat Claus. Draper's third service now. It's Doug. Sit across to the right side. Hitter off the hands of Altman and point Skidmore.
It was a really good job by Skidmore there. Skidmore really needs to be tough at the net, really get above those blockers, because Ithaca, they're a really solid blocking team this year. That's one of the things that made them better than last year.
Marlowe McIntyre in service. Slavin set for Draper. Draper just behind the line. No, they'll say it's inside.
That was just on the line. Maybe a little bit more of a wind-up that would have been out. Beautifully placed ball.
A good call from the lines judge as well. It's now a 3-point lead for the Bombers. 4-1 as Wesley Slavin, one of the best servers probably for the Bombers, gets the opportunity to do exactly that. Set now to the left side hitter. Goes across, dug by Benedict. Set by Slavin to her right, throwing it down. Easy.
I love the celebration from Amara Parnell after. Wow, I wish you could have seen that, because that was fantastic.
5-1 lead now for the Bombers. Slavin in service again. Good dig, set now just over the net. The tip, dug by Slavin. Claus just going to tip it over, not to the net. Popped up by Draper. Wow. Just a little pop over the net by Slavin. Set now at the net. Met by Claus, and she roofs it.
Here's the thing about Ithaca, Bryson. There were so many opportunities where they could have lost that point. That is the definition of battling for every point. And I love Union just walked in, and the looks on their faces when they saw how big Ithaca battled. That was great.
6-1 lead for the Bombers, and a service error for Slavin. Only the second point thus far for the Thoroughbreds, though, and the lead falls to 4. But I mean, the 4-point lead for the Bombers is dangerous already, Johnny.
Yeah, and Ithaca's already at a 4.00 hitting percentage so far, so they're doing a really good job offensively.
Slavin, outside, block to the net. Slavin will set outside again. This one a tip, it's a net, can't find its way over. And an attacking error for the Bombers results in a third Skidmore point.
Skidmore playing a lot better at the net, so they are looking fantastic.
Whole pull serve, led by Gonzalez Abreu. Set by Slavin, crawls, tips it across the floor. Hit over here by the thoroughbreds. What a save by Gonzalez Abreu, tipped over now. Right off the back line, set across to the right side hitter. Blocked. Benedict with the pass across the floor. Crawls from behind the line, out of bounds.
Ithaca really moved the ball well. A couple of good sets. A nice job by Wesley Slavin to recollect that. Skidmore has a little life here.
Skidmore service. Slavin set. Claws. Throws it down. What a dig. Gonzalez Abreu has to get back on defense. Slavin with a little feet. Gets the point for the Bombers. Perfection from the setter.
Wow. Wesley Slavin is making a big case for Limited League Player of the Year here.
She can dish it off. She can do it herself. What can't Wesley Slavin do? And it all really started with an incredible defensive save by Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu as well. Here come the thoroughbreds. Oh, that one can't be Doug Boas. Karina Garcia got down and couldn't get enough under.
That was a great hit by Skidmore and just really nice ball placement.
7-5 now. That 4-point lead has dissipated to just 2. In service is Corey Heidman. Benedict out wide to Slavin. Falls is going to have to get this over the net. Does a good job of getting it across the floor. Hits the ceiling. And point Ithaca.
The ceiling coming into play here. How often do you see that?
I don't know what to do then.
So thoroughbreds give the point right back. It was Katie O'Connell with the service error. Her 20th error on the season. Bridget Altman. Two-point gain again. There'll be Streeper serve. We'll see if she goes across the floor. She has been. No, she stays. And started by Gonzalez Abreu. Back out there, Gonzalez Abreu. Wow.
Off the hands of the thoroughbreds at the net. Point Ithaca.
That was a thunderous kill from Gabby Gonzalez Abreu.
Gonzalez Abreu doing what she does best. 407 points on the season now for Gabby. Here come the thoroughbreds. Blocked to the net by Graper. She leads the Liberty Leagues in blocks, and the tack is just out of play.
Ithaca will get the point, though, but Addie Ledbetter is really someone that, and shout out to Luke Fitzpatrick and Lucas Orlovitz for speaking with Coach Stillwell yesterday. Addie Ledbetter, Coach Stillwell said she had a lot of better offers. She had offers elsewhere, but Coach Stillwell said to Addie Ledbetter, you could be an All-American here. You have an opportunity to shine, and here's Addie Ledbetter, and what a job she's been doing in her freshman season.
And correction, that was Ledbetter, not Graper with the block. Gonzalez Abreu in service again. It's dug by McIntyre. Blocked into the net by Ledbetter. Point Ithaca. It's an optical illusion from up here, Johnny. It looked like it came off Ledbetter's hands into her own side of the net. Good service from Gonzalez Abreu. It's going to create some trouble for the Thoroughbreds. They're going to have to tip it over. Roofed by Naomi Claus again and blocked by Ledbetter again.
Wow. Addie Ledbetter, I got to say, she's pretty close to a lock for Liberty League Rookie of the Year. That is fantastic net play.
A defensive clinic that the Bombers are putting on right now. It's a 6-point lead, their largest of the night, 13-7. And Johnny, what's clicking for the Bombers right now?
The net play. There were a couple things that I was thinking that could be the star. Ithaca has really good offense with Wesley Slavin. That's been great. Naomi Claus and Gabby Gonzalez Abreu can kill the ball really well. But what's been getting the Bombers a great amount of points is their ability to block at the net. So really great job by Addie Ledbetter, Naomi Claus, but Ledbetter at the net, she's been lethal.
And she's at 75 blocks on the season now. She came into today with 72, and for the 3 plays that she's been in, it's been 3 blocks for Ledbetter. She, like I said earlier, putting on a defensive clinic. But Johnny, is this set, is it safe to say it's already too far gone for the Thoroughbreds?
Well, we saw a lot against Vassar that Skidmore was down 5 or 6 points in the first 2 sets that they won. You can't count out Skidmore. I mean, they played that's a good Vassar team. Vassar didn't have the best season. They were kind of streaky in conference, but they had a solid non-con schedule. So Skidmore, you can't count them out. You can't count any team out, as you know, Bryson. UMBC and Virginia, you can't count out the 16 seed.
And they did it again last night, but this time
that was crazy.
Team. Gonzalez Abreu with her 4th service now in this set. Across the floor to the left side. Dug by Altman. Across the floor to Claus, and the point.
Wow.
What a kill from Naomi Claus, and what a pass across the floor as well off the dig from Altman. The Bombers are rolling in the first set.
That was an absolutely beautiful ball by Ithaca.
Gonzalez Abreu, great service, and the ace,
wow.
Her 30th on the season. Floated that one perfectly over the net into no man's land.
The ball had 0 spin on it, Bryson. That was a frozen rope, maybe like 1/4 of an inch above the net. Wow.
See if she can hit another floater like that. She can. It's dug by McIntyre at the net. No defense there at the net to beat number 19. Jaslyn Chen.
It's a little bit of a miscommunication there between Gonzalez Abreu and Slavin, but hey, you know what? Ithaca's up by 7. You have a little miscommunication sometimes, but at least you have a little bit of a cushion.
Ithaca's run comes to an end. Slavin across the floor to Claus. Claus blocked to the net. Skidmore going to move it around now across the floor to the left side. Dug by Gonzalez Abreu. Slavin to Ledbetter.
Wow.
What a performance from the freshman. A freshman of the year worthy performance so far.
Wow. That was amazing. She is, I think she's safe to say, I got to say, that she's got to be a lock for Liberty League Player of the Year because she has been playing so well.
Assistant coach Mark Lucas looked at his front row and said, beautiful. Across the floor, dug by Ledbetter. Slavin to Claus, tips it over, point Ithaca.
Safe to say masterclass, Bryson, not just up here in the catwalk, but down on the court too.
(17-8) for the Bombers. It's Ledbetter in service, trying to do everything on the floor now, and a service error on her part for Ledbetter. It's her 39th service error on the season as she comes out in the rotation.
It's one of the things that Coach Stillwell hit on earlier this week was just serving, making sure clean serving, and they've done pretty well so far. Only 2 service errors this set.
17-9 after the air. Draper throws it down, but it's dug. McIntyre will pass it over, and Skidmore just has to get it over. Slavin sets to Claus. Claus with a tip. It's dug by Heitman. Over. What a save from Benedict. The captain gets up. Gonzalez Abreu tips it over for the point. 18-9 Bombers lead.
Ellie Benedict. That was fantastic. She transferred from UAlbany, and she is showing some of those D1 skills here.
And the grad student is getting it done. 18-9 Bombers leave. Slavin in service. Beautiful serve as well. Dug now across the floor. Slavin has to save it. Gonzalez Abreu sets it across the clouds and just out for the Skidmore point.
That was
10.
barely out. That was close.
Katie O'Connell did a good job of getting to that there on the left side. Really the only attack for the Thoroughbreds coming from the left side of the floor so far. Slavin sets right down the middle. What a powerful swing from Wheezy, the sophomore.
Wow.
Slams it right off the middle of the floor.
That was great by Jaden Wheezy, all the way from Wildwood, Missouri.
Garcia subs in for Claus in the rotation and goes right into service and right out of bounds. Her 40th service error on the season. 19-11 Bombers. Chloe Heitman in service for the Thoroughbreds. Bombers on the brink of winning the first set of this one. Slavin sets it to the right side. It's blocked. Point Skidmore. Skidmore says we're not finished yet.
That was a great block at the net by Skidmore. Really good net play, and that's something we really haven't seen from the Thoroughbreds yet this set, and really nice addition to their game.
Garcia sets it. Slavin tips it over. It was blocked by the Thoroughbreds, so 3 more hits for the Bombers. Garcia swings through. It's Doug. Tip over in the middle of the floor, right to Slavin. Benedict sets out wide to Gonzalez Abreu. Tip to the net. Saved by McIntyre. Set out wide now. It's blocked. The Thoroughbreds in possession again and just out behind the back line. Point Ithaca. They hit 20.
Bombers really performing well in that point. They're battling hard every single point, and you can really see it.
It's 20-12 Bombers, an 8-point lead and just 5 points away from a first set win. The service looked like it might have caught the inside of the line, but floats just past it. Point Skidmore.
That was close and really good serve, but just a little bit too much power on that.
O'Connell in service for the Thoroughbreds. Dug by Gonzalez Abreu. She had to get low for that one. Ledbetter off the chest of O'Connell. Garcia now to Slavin. Right down the middle and a tip from Ledbetter. She shakes the hand.
I'm just stunned by Addie Ledbetter's play because she went with a fireball and then she went with a little snowball touch there.
Fire and ice so far from the Bombers. 21-13. Altland to serve for the Bombers. Floats it right down the middle. Set out wide to the right side. Tipped across. Garcia got there. Set now across, or passed across. It's a free service there. Free pass over. Dug for a second by Benedict, but not enough to keep it off the floor. Point Skidmore, 14-21.
Skidmore really battling hard. Every time Ithaca looks to close the door, the Thoroughbreds come in and they've been solid.
Service, dug by Garcia. Passed across Gonzalez Abreu. Just has to try to tip it over the net. Gonzalez Abreu will attest that it was blocked at the net. The line judge says no, and it's point Skidmore. 21-15. Skidmore down to their last breath here in the first set. They got to make a run here if they want to do so. A 2-point run ends on the service error from Isabel Streeper. 22-15 Bombers.
Ithaca coming back in and Naomi Claus coming back in. That could be a big exclamation point.
It'll be Gonzalez Abreu to serve. She served more than anyone else so far today. Streeper with the dig. Set right at the net, throwing it down. Right in front of the front line. The Bombers is number 19, Jaslyn Chen.
I think the one imperfection I've seen from Ithaca so far is a lack of coverage in the middle on some of those Skidmore serves, but other than that, they played a near perfect game so far.
Slavin out wide to Claus, and no one's getting to that one. Naomi Claus delivers the 23rd Ithaca point in the set. It's a 7-point lead for the Bombers, 23-16.
That's a great combination. Naomi Claus and Wesley Slavin, they really connect on a great level.
Peanut butter and jelly, Wesley Slavin, and Naomi Claus, Bryson Shaw and Johnny Lisi.
Exactly.
Ledbetter service. Set here out to the right side. Chen tips it over, but it's blocked by Graper. She leads the Liberty League in blocks, adds another one there. Gonzalez Abreu with the save. Across the claws. Blocked to the net. Will stay in service, and we'll say it's a net violation. Point Ithaca.
A good catch by the floor judge. You normally get it by the tower official, not the floor official, so props to him for seeing that.
Match point in favor of the Bombers, 24-16. Ledbetter service. Floats perfectly over the net. A frozen rope. Chen netted the net. It's blocked. They're going to have a run for it. Not in time. Point Bombers. Set one goes to Ithaca. One set closer to a four-peat.
That was a great set by Ithaca. Really carried there by Addie Ledbetter.
Our sideline reporter Morgan Springs has some more here on the game so far.
Thanks, guys. I want to talk a little bit about the atmosphere in this arena. It is spectacular and benefiting the home school, Ithaca, significantly. The energy is amazing and infectious. Fans, students, and families are glued to the action. I see a lot of creative and fun signs supporting Ithaca. Some are just cheering on players. I saw a sign for Naomi Claus. Another one is simply of an ace playing card representing the aces the Bombers are trying to get throughout the contest. So a lot of fan support, a lot of family support, and a lot of student support as Ithaca is now up 1-0. Back to you, Johnny and Brett.
Thanks, Morgan. It's bouncing in here to say the least, Morgan, so well said. But man, what a first set. We're going to send it to a quick break, but we'll be right back here in Ben Light Gymnasium when we return.
Yeah, we got about 50 some odd seconds, a minute and 50, so probably like two more. Yep. Sorry, I'm like jumping around between 5 things right now. I was just saying get the score out a little bit more. All right, that's good. Nope, just get the bed and count us in.
Welcome back to Ben Light Gymnasium here on VIC Radio. Johnny Lisi, Bryson Shaw, and Bryson, the vibes weren't high just between the two of us for the excitement that we're doing this game together, but the vibes were high for Ithaca, and that you could really see the energy on the court.
Well, and Ben Light Gymnasium in general, you know, classes are ending. More students are able to come out here. We're seeing some more teams roll in. The gym's been electric. We've seen a lot of dancing on the Ithaca bench so far.
You gotta love it.
It's been incredible, and the game's gone exactly to plan for the Bombers so far, I'd say. I think attacking, everything has been to a T so far for the Bombers, and defensively, you talked about needing a little bit more pressure in the middle there, contesting at the net, and in the middle it just hasn't been there, but they forced all the attack to the left side for Skidmore. Skidmore tried to go to the right side there at the end of the set, and it did nothing but hurt them as a lot of their attacking errors came off of going to the right side.
Yeah, Ithaca did a really good job, but hey, Bryson, it's Cortica weekend. The vibes are already high across campus, and it's an exciting weekend, last weekend before Thanksgiving, and Ithaca's looking for another Liberty League title, so it's the culmination of a lot of great things, and we're calling this game together. So I think that's the cherry on top.
Well, and you were talking about the dancing and the vibes in here, and Addison Ledbetter coming out and hitting a little, I don't even know what you call it. Staying wavy, I guess is what you call it here before the set even starts. A lot of energy here for the Bombers.
Add that to one of the, I would love to see, I would love if our viewers at home would love to see Bryson Shaw dancing over there. That would have been nice to see. Some of the celebrations, Amaya Parnell bringing the vibes to Stonehill transfer. It's Gabby Gonzalez Abreu, the junior from Hialeah, Florida. One of the first players that Coach Stillwell recruited as an assistant coach. And set number 2 is underway, and that is a service error. She hit the net so hard that the antenna came down.
Well, that's what she does. I would not want to be face-to-face with one of those swings coming through from Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu. But brings everything down with force, whether it's the house or the net.
And the irony was, 2 of the officials were checking on that right before, just doing a routine check, and There we go. Gabby Gonzalez-Abreu stress tests it. Shout out to Wesley Slavin and Addie Ledbetter for fixing that. Here is Marlo McIntyre, the libero from Atlanta, Georgia, on the serve for Skidmore. And another service error.
Well, the antenna stayed up on that one. They're getting a pretty good test so far.
Yeah, just a little stress testing here. Here's Addie Ledbetter on the serve. 36 service aces on the season. Already has one in this match. It's a clean serve. And what a hit over the net by Skidmore. Ledbetter over to Hole-Pearl. Light touch over the net, Claus. Slavin sets, and a little bit too much on that from Ella Graper. And point to Skidmore.
I'd like
substitution.
I'd like to say as well, Skidmore incredibly lucky there to be given a gift on a service error on the very first point of the set, and then to give it right back. I think they're lucky to get the ball here, or get service here as quickly as they did.
Claus blocked at the net, 2-1 Skidmore. And can't get it over. The Bombers tie it up 2-2. Wesley Slavin, the junior setter from Mill Valley, California, to set it.
Well, and you saw there again, they're targeting O'Connell in the middle of the floor, but O'Connell just wasn't able to get over the net there. And one of the taller players as well, standing at 6 foot for the Thoroughbreds. Not very many tall front row players for the Skidmore.
Slavin with a clean serve, and Skidmore can't get it over. That was Maya Stolarts, but Ithaca leads 3-2 now. The Bombers have scored the last 3. Ithaca left the first set with a .267 hitting percentage as Wesley Slavin will serve her second straight point. That one goes out of bounds right in the middle of the free throw line. And it's 3-3 Thoroughbreds as Braverman will come off and Madison Manning will come on.
Skidmore has to capitalize now. They're, with what Ithaca's been giving them, they have to use it to their advantage.
Good serve by Heitman. And out of bounds, back to back, out of bounds. It's like hearing Jaden Weezy's name, so that will be an Ithaca point.
I believe it went off the hands of O'Connell there on the right side.
So Weezy is credited with that, and Karina Garcia, the defensive specialist from El Paso, Texas, serves it cleanly. Great block by Gonzalez-Abreu and Graper. What a hit. Gabby Gonzalez-Abreu saves that, and she gets the kill.
Anything you can do, I can do better from Gabriela Gonzalez-Abreu. She said, oh, you hit that pretty hard. I'll go ahead and dig that, and then here's one of my own. Eat this.
A dig and a kill from Gonzalez-Abreu. Karina Garcia will serve again. Ithaca went 8-0 in the Liberty League this season, and another service error. That is 2 service errors for the Bombers this set. It's the 4th service error. And Bryson, clean serving is key for both teams.
Well, and if you're the Bombers, you're going to get most of the points. You just can't give it right back. And I mean,
another service error. So clean serving, a big key for both teams.
And Ithaca, honestly, getting a little lucky here that the Thoroughbreds haven't been able to capitalize off of their own errors.
At the net. Oh, what a kill. Maya Stolarts, the senior from New York City. She gets some high fives off the bench as Isabel Streeper, the sophomore from Needham, Massachusetts. Slavin, Gonzalez-Abreu down the line, but out of bounds, 6-6. We're all knotted up. Another serve by Streeper.
This is more of what we saw in the Vassar-Skidmore match.
Exactly. Benedict Slavin sets it up. And the kill for Jaden Weezy, the outside hitter from Wildwood, Missouri. So we're going to see Bridget Altman come back on, the senior from Parker, Colorado.
And with the exception of Ledbetter, a very elderly, but a more experienced lineup for the Bombers.
Good block, and Ledbetter to get the set. Gonzalez Abreu gets it over. Ledbetter gets it over. Oh, and Skidmore gets the point there. Bryson all tied up at 7. A little bit sloppier volleyball here from both teams.
And this is what Skidmore needs. They need to put Ithaca in a situation that they have to play sloppy volleyball, because Ithaca does so good when they make it look pretty, but they struggle here when it's ugly on both sides.
Wow, what a kill by Skidmore. The celebration from the Thoroughbreds.
And I do want to correct myself. It hasn't been ugly on both sides. It just hasn't been as polished as both teams would like there.
Serve from Skidmore. Karina Garcia chases that down. Ellie Benedict hits it over. At the net, oh, what a block. Ledbetter and Slavin team up. Altland, little miscommunication there. Shout out to softball player and sports media major Gabby Facciaponti for getting out of the way. That was some good speed.
Skidmore has the Bombers rattled a little bit. They have them exactly where they want them. They just need to capitalize off this now.
Set for Skidmore. Trickles over the net. Gonzalez Abreu. Slavin fights for it. 10-7 Thoroughbreds. This is the game that Coach Lindsey King's team wants to play.
And as we mentioned in the pregame show, this is a Bombers team that lost 3 sets in all of Liberty League play, and it was through 2 games as well.
Benedict hits it over. Pearl sets it, and another Skidmore point, 11-7. Bryson, 2 of those sets came to a very good William Smith team. Another one came to Clarkson, as the Bombers will take a timeout. And we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Morgan Spriggs.
Hey guys, I'd like to provide a little historical context in this critical match as it continues here in the second set. The Bombers are in the middle of their quest to win their 4th consecutive Liberty League tournament. Skidmore stands in their way, and the Thoroughbreds have been very impressive in the second set. In the regular season, IC has defeated the Thoroughbreds 11 straight times, and in the last 3 conference semifinal matches against any opponent, Ithaca is advanced every time, winning 9 sets and losing just 1. So Skidmore not only has the scoreboard to contend with, but history as well. Back up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Morgan. Skidmore leads 11-7. So Bryson, let's hypothetically go inside that huddle. If you are Tara Stillwell, what are you saying to your team?
I think it's as simple as, guys, remember who we are. All the pressure is not on us. All the pressure is on them to play to our standard right now, and they just need to find that standard. I think it's very normal. It's a game where there's going to be valleys and mountains, and they're just stuck in one of those valleys right now, but a mountain peaks about as high as Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu does when she goes up for a kill. So I think they're going to find that here very, very shortly.
Gonzalez Abreu on the near side. Hit all the way up in the ceiling in the middle of the court. Officials blow the whistle. That is an Ithaca point, so the Bombers get their 8th of the set. Ithaca just hitting 111% here in the second set. Skidmore hitting 267.
And Johnny, did I speak it into an existence for what? It goes straight to Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu. She climbs the mountain. And she didn't maybe not have slammed it over, but tips it over.
And now she is going to get the serve.
I believe head coach Lindsey King is looking for an explanation as for the point there. I believe what the lines judge on the tower was saying was that McIntyre came across the middle line as she went down, but Lindsey King seems to disagree.
2 officials chatting with Katarina Hole-Pearl from Skidmore and Wesley Slavin from Ithaca. Hole-Pearl comes back on the near side to chat with head coach Lindsey King in her 4th season. Came from VTSU Castleton. Her dad, a longtime volleyball coach at Burnt Hills Ballston Lake High School. assisted by Jennifer Loud.
And this should remain Ithaca point. I think as they're talking over it, it's honestly another good opportunity here for the Bombers to get almost a free timeout in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of rest, and floor official talking to Lindsay King. First time under her tenure that Lindsay King's Thoroughbreds have made it to the Liberty League tournament. And Bryson was right. It will remain Ithaca point, 11-8. Served right into the middle. Set on the far side. And in the back left corner, Skidmore gets the kill, 12-8.
And that's not how you want to come out of a dead period like that. I mean, a harsh situation for the Bombers to be in now where they're down 4. Any run is really just going to get them level back in this game.
Serve, Gonzalez Abreu gets it barely on the far side. On the near side, Claus killed, and Skidmore tips it out of bounds. 12-9 Bombers.
And you can see the frustration on McIntyre's face there as well, looking for the communication from her teammates, looking for someone to go after that ball. She got the hands to it, but no one really gave a chase.
Addie Ledbetter, the freshman from Glenview, Illinois, on the serve right in the middle. Set and great kill. Gonzalez Abreu goes all the way back. Slavin sets it to Claus. Too much on that from Claus. And Skidmore gets the point. Bryson, one of the things that's been lacking in this set, we really haven't seen any net play.
No, we haven't. It's been more, I mean, for the first 5-10 points, it was combined points, I should say, it was really service errors. And now it's been more placement over anything.
And tipped at the net. Bryson, we talked about net play, but deflected out of bounds.
This is exactly what this dynamic duo does. It's so dynamic to the point we speak things into
exactly.
existence, Johnny.
What can't we do? Benedict, Slavin right in the middle, Graper at the net. Bryson, that was a beautiful play by the senior from Madison, Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Man, Graper hits it so hard off the dig, or to force the dig, and then basically sets an alley-oop for herself.
Really nice job by Ella Graper. Wesley Slavin, the junior from Mill Valley, California, on the serve. And Skidmore can't handle it. So an ace for the Bombers, and now they are within 3.
And McIntyre really just took her head off the ball there, looked up a little too early, and the ball rose a little higher up her forearms than she expected it to. Good opportunity for the Bombers.
Slavin. The far side for Skidmore. Near side by Claus. Stays in bounds. Ithaca point.
I think Naomi Claus does that better than anyone else in the Liberty League, where she can come out wide but then put it right back across the floor. No more than 5 feet past the net as well. She keeps it close but puts it low.
Precision placement there. 14-12 Ithaca. Skidmore right in the center of the floor, but manages to dig it. Wow. Skidmore out of bounds. Ithaca point, Bryson. I thought the play was dead.
Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu played hacky sack with that volleyball.
Wow. That was fantastic by Gonzalez Abreu. She can do the finesse. She can hammer it down, but she can also do the finesse plays. Skidmore on it on the near side, blocked at the net. That was Graper. On the far side, Slavin. Oh, out of bounds, but the Bombers get it off of the hand of a Skidmore player, and we're all tied at 14. Timeout, Skidmore. Bryson, wow.
Wow, to say the least. And, you know, Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu, one of the 3 Bombers to go down to Brazil for the D3 All-American team, and I think she picked up a little soccer skills while she was down there in Brazil.
Exactly. But, Bryson, let's take it over to the other huddle. If you are head coach Lindsay King for Skidmore, what are you telling your players after they squandered a good lead?
I think really just to calm down. I think they put themselves in a great position. I think they were up 4 at the most, where it was it's around like 7-11, I think was their largest lead. And then now, like you said, they've squandered that lead, but it's all been personal errors. It hasn't been where Ithaca's been playing better than them. It's just the simple errors. I mean, McIntyre's had a couple unfortunate ones where one, she took her head off the ball a little too early. One where no one else in the back row really went after the ball after she got some hands to it. So now it's just, let's calm down. Let's play our style. Our style prevailed there in the first half of this set. We just got to keep reproducing that here, and hopefully as you reproduce that style of play, you produce a second set win.
Assistant coach Mark Lucas for Ithaca fired up in that huddle for Ithaca, and what a wealth of experience he has brought to the South Hill. International experience. I remember reading the article over the summer and I go, you sure this isn't like an assistant coach for the Olympic team or something? He is an incredible volleyball lifer. And center court set by Holpro. Gonzalez Abreu gets it all the way back to Benedict. Claus, the back middle. The other side, and a kill for Skidmore. They take the lead out of the timeout. It's a substitution for the Thoroughbreds. Braverman will come off, and Madison Manning, the junior from Lombard, Illinois, will come back in.
And out of the timeout, they come to the right side for one of the first times in this set, and it pays off for them.
Slavin sets it to Claus. Saved in the back. Light touch. Slavin will get it. Benedict in the middle of the floor. Claus. Skidmore manages to get it. Whistle from the floor official. And that is an Ithaca point. We're all knotted up at 15. Looked like that was a net violation for the Thoroughbreds.
A similar issue as earlier with McIntyre, where the ball got set right there at the net, and the Thoroughbreds tried to slow themselves down as they got there, but just a little too close to be playing in the net.
Skidmore gets it. Libero takes it. Oh, what a block. Out of bounds, but it will be Skidmore point. You need better play at the net, Bryce, and that was what we saw for the Bombers in the first set. Skidmore up by 1. All the way in the back, Ellie Benedict. Oh, Slavin tries to get it. Gonzalez Abreu all the way back, way over the head of the line judge. 17-15 Thoroughbreds.
An interesting situation here for the Bombers, where I mean, when you're down 7-11, you have a little bit of leeway because it's, you know, you're still at the first half of the set, but now coming down to the close.
Service error for Skidmore. I think it gets their 16th point of the set here from Ben Light Gymnasium. 17-16. Ellie Benedict on the serve. Oh, and it hits the antenna. All tied up at 17. Ellie Benedict, the grad student from Webster, New York, will take the serve. Another great celebration from Amaya Parnell there. Skidmore right in the middle of the floor, blocked. Well, tried on the far side, blocked again. Ledbetter! There's Addie Ledbetter.
And there's that net play for you, Johnny. Much, much, much improved to what you were speaking of.
And the Bombers take an 18-17 lead. Benedict will serve again. Skidmore takes it on the near side. Blocked at the net by Gonzalez Abreu. And Gonzalez Abreu can't get the block. We're all knotted up at 18. You look at the last time these two teams met, all the way back on September 26th, which honestly, Bryson, feels like a lifetime ago. And Ithaca won the first set 25-10, and then they only won by 3 in the second set. So maybe history could repeat itself again here, closer second set. And blocked at the net by Skidmore, but they can't get it. Ithaca, 19-18.
And it looks like the exact same second set, like you said, that we did see from that last matchup. The third set then ended 25-17 in favor of the Bombers. So we'll see how they come out to start the third set here, but I mean, still a lot left to play for here in the second set.
Altwin to serve as Wheezy goes off. And can't corral it. Ithaca, 2018. Skidmore can't get the point there.
And interesting to note, too, we haven't really talked about it yet. For the Bombers, one of their most valuable players, Brianna Owen, is inactive today and this weekend with injury. She's played 90 sets so far for the Bombers and recorded 240 points.
See what the Bombers can do here. Great dig by Slavin. Gonzalez Abreu tipped at the net. Skidmore keeps it alive. And the Bombers can't get it. Skidmore now within 1. Skidmore took down the 5th seed Vassar at home on Tuesday, 3-5. Ithaca hasn't played in 6 days since they beat Washington and Lee 3-2 in Atlanta. Gonzalez Abreu, it's tipped, but Skidmore can't get it. 21-19, the Bombers 4 points away from their 2nd set victory.
It feels like it's inevitable when it goes up on the left side there for Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu. And you talked about Addison Ledbetter putting up a name for herself for Freshman of the Year. Gonzalez Abreu putting a name for herself for Player of the Tournament, possibly.
Exactly, and she gets a service error there. She was just named to Team of the Week, I think, for the Liberty League, and really solid job down in Atlanta. But Bryson, you look at it, there's so many different players you could give it to on Ithaca. Naomi Claus has been great. Ellie Bennett, anyone on this team that's played action deserves to be mentioned, and 22-20, Ithaca gets a great point there in the back middle of the floor.
And it was the commentator's curse there on the service error for Gonzalez Abreu then, but I mean, the Bombers get it right back. What a point.
Bombers go no libero here in this rotation. Ledbetter will serve. Draper comes in, hit in the back middle, and just can't get it. Katie O'Connell, the freshman from Northborough, Massachusetts, just couldn't get a good handle on it as Ithaca is up by 2, and Skidmore will call a timeout.
And the life is back in Ben Light Gymnasium here, to say the least. We got field producer Anthony Labonte up here dancing as well.
He came in with the energy. I came in and he was ready. We were pre-recording in the ICTV studios, and he comes in, he goes, "Are you ready?" But Bryson, I was ready on Monday night when I got the email that we were doing this game together.
I woke up to a text Tuesday morning. I didn't see the email. In all caps, "Oh my gosh, we got a game together." Couldn't be more excited to be here with you, Johnny. But I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera for Skidmore, number 19, and captain senior Jaslyn Chen. Just really being very vocal in the huddle, to say the least, calling out some teammates, I think in a productive way, in a constructive criticism mindset. But I mean, when you're down to your last life here in the 2nd set, 23-20, at a point where they were up 4 points on one of the best teams in the country, the number 15 Ithaca Bombers, and a chance to tie it all at 1 set each. I mean,
and Bryson, as a former athlete, for you, how much does it fire you up when a teammate kind of gets fired up in the huddle?
Oh, it gets me so fired up. Gets me so fired up.
And it's good to see. That shows you, she has her team's back. Here is Addie Ledbetter. Bombers up by 3, 23-20. Far back. Skidmore tries to set it over the net. Slavin sets it. Claus. All the way in the back by Skidmore's libero. In the back again, Slavin to Claus. Off a couple fingertips at the net. Set by Hole Pearl. Blocked at the net. Katie O'Connell can't get it. Blocked again. That one goes all the way to the back. Gonzalez Abreu serves it on the end line. Oh, Claus. That was beautiful. Little light touch. A block in the net, kind of like a Duncan almost. Ithaca 1 point away from winning the 2nd set as the stands of Ben Light Gymnasium are filling up here on a Friday evening. Ledbetter service error. 24-21, Skidmore has life again. Ellie Benedict comes back on, and Ledbetter will head off to the sideline. Katarina Holpearl, the junior from Hilton, will serve. Barely gets over the net. Slavin sets up Claus on the near side. All the way to the scorer's table, goes over to Anna Cornell. And caught by Frank Myra. What can't Frank do? Ithaca wins set number 2, 25-21. And Bryson, that was a great showing of Ithaca's ability to battle.
It was, and I think it's really important that they see that now here, because it's good to see that for a team that has not lost very much. I think that loss to Emory down at the Emory Invitational might be a blessing in disguise for this team, because it's allowed them to find that adversity, and then to lose the first game in a 3-game invitational, it's allowed them to find the adversity and battle back through that. And I think that may have just helped them there in that set as
and
well.
We're going to send it down to Morgan Spriggs. What's up, Morgan?
So the Bombers won that second set. I was impressed with the communication on the sideline from Skidmore throughout the play of that second set. The student athletes were especially communicative. They were giving notes and commands on the sideline to help the players on the court, and that really helped during that mid-set surge. Two thoroughbreds I want to spotlight that stood out as vocal leaders were upperclassmen Madison Manning and Jaslyn Chen. The communication gives Skidmore a chance to come back down 2-0, but it's an uphill battle. We'll go back up to Bryson and Johnny.
Thank you so much, Morgan. And Bryson Union is here. They've been here for a while. They'll be playing the 3rd seed William Smith. Union had a really good conference season. William Smith, not as strong as usual, but still really solid. So Bryson Union and William Smith will await the winner of this, and we'll talk about that more in the 3rd set. We're going to take a quick break here on VIC Radio.
Just give us one. Give us another one after this. Sounds good. Count us in as well when you're on the bed.
Welcome back to Ben Light Gymnasium here. It's a 2-set lead for the Ithaca Bombers over the visiting Skidmore Thoroughbreds. If you're just joining us, I'm Bryson Shaw, joined here by Johnny Lisi. Johnny, a lot to play for here in this 3rd set.
Yeah, Ithaca really battled hard, 25-21 and a 4-point deficit. Bryson, Skidmore could have won that set. They played really, really well. This is a tough number 4 seed. They're not going away quietly. Ithaca won the first set 25-16. See what Ithaca has to do. Better net play and a little bit more of Addie Ledbetter, I think is what the doctor orders for a 3rd set victory.
Well, Johnny, you mentioned about history repeating itself the last time these two teams played. It was on September 26th. It was a 25-10 first set win, 25-22 second set win, and then a 25-17 3rd set win for the Bombers in a 3-set sweep, and just a couple points off of almost near perfection of repeat of history there. And Ella Graper will come off here in rotation to start. It's Claus, Slavin, Ledbetter, Gonzalez, Abreu, Altland, and Captain Ellie Benedict for the Bombers. For Skidmore, it's McIntyre, Heitman, Holpearl, Chen, Streeper, and McCloskey in service. Sorry, not McCloskey, that's number 18, Manning. Slavin across the floor to Claus, and just like that, we're underway here in the 3rd set. I think got 1 point closer here to another 3-set sweep.
Well, what a great way to start off set number 3. Naomi Claus is phenomenal.
It'll be Ledbetter to serve for the Bombers. Dug by McIntyre, out wide. What a dig. What a save by Slavin. Altland and Slavin combining for a great defensive play there. Blocked to the net by Graper. Pass by Ledbetter to Graper. What a save on the Skidmore end. To the back row, it's Gonzalez Abreu. Set from Slavin to Graper. Dug again by the Thoroughbred. Set to the net. Chen tips it over. Not enough. Slavin across the floor to Klaus and just out of bounds.
Wow. What a point there. Ledbetter will trot off and Ellie Benedict comes in, but wow, Altland was fantastic. What a dig there.
3 of the best defensive plays we've seen all day come in the same point. McIntyre to serve for the Thoroughbreds. Slavin sets it up for Graper, throws it down, but dug by McIntyre. Dug by Altland. Out wide to Klaus. Klaus just tips it down. Out wide now, blocked to the net by Slavin and Graper. A combined effort. Klaus at the net, blocked, but point Ithaca.
Two things I noticed there. One, great communication from Ellie Benedict. That could have gone really wrong, but Ellie Benedict communicated it enough time. And Naomi Klaus, I didn't realize it. She takes a couple steps back, so she winds herself up. A lot of potential energy there.
Everything about Klaus is textbook. Speaking of textbook, it's a Slavin service. Set across the floor now. It's tipped by Ithaca, so it'll be point Skidmore as the ball lands outside. And it's Chloe Heitman on the left side where she's been all day getting the job done. But coming in, Skidmore adding height as Maya Stollarts comes in. She'll sit more in the middle, I believe. Service dug by Gonzalez Abreu. Right down the pipe. It's Jaden Weezy.
Jaden Weezy, that was a fastball there.
9886, you are illegally parked.
It's 3-2. Ithaca Bombers, and Frank Myra has to make an announcement about an illegally parked car.
It's not you, is it?
No, it's not. I hope it's not me, at least. Set here right in the middle. And Stollarts, like we said. Skidmore ball. It's dug, but hits off the ceiling and comes down harder than it went up.
I feel like that's one of the things in a lot of gyms in high school and college, Bryson. You really got to watch out for the ceiling. Ceiling is your sixth player, your seventh player almost.
All tied up here at 3. Dug. Now Slavin. Throwing it down again is Weezy.
Jaden Weezy has been really great. Pinpoint accuracy, and Weezy stepping up here in the Liberty League semifinals.
Ledbetter, the freshman, comes in and subs out Graper. Service is dug by Heitman. Set back across to the right side. It's Stollarts. Dug by Garcia for Ledbetter. It's dug, but no one's there to get it. Point Ithaca, 5-3 Bombers.
Ithaca performing really well, up by 2.
It'll be Ellie Benedict to serve. It's a libero to libero action across the floor, blocked to the net. Gonzalez Abreu, but it's blocked by Stollarts. Point Skidmore, 5-4.
What a block at the net by Skidmore. That was a great kill attempt there by Gabby Gonzalez Abreu, but Skidmore, wow.
Weezy with another great play of the net. It wasn't enough as there was a good defensive effort from McIntyre. To the right side, it's touched by Skidmore, and before it goes out, it's another Weezy point.
Really nice job by Ithaca there to get that, and Weezy has been really fantastic here. 9 kills, second only to Naomi Klaus with 11. Make that 10 kills for Weezy. 500 hitting percentage.
It's a 2-point lead for the Bombers now, 6-4. Altland to serve. The Parker, Colorado native. Serves it across the left side. McIntyre passes out wide. Stollarts, it's blocked to the net by Gonzalez Abreu. Miscommunication from McIntyre in front of the net, and the rest of the Thoroughbreds results in a Bombers point. 3-point lead, 7-4 Ithaca.
Wow. Bryson, one of the most popular men in Ithaca athletics, just walked in. The amazing Coach Garcia. Really great job strength and conditioning. Coach Stillwell mentioned him earlier in this week. Really whipped the players into shape in the offseason.
Benedict out wide to Gonzalez Abreu, throwing down the hammer, places it perfectly inside. 8-4 Bombers, 4-point lead.
That was phenomenal placement there. That's high-level volleyball there from Gabby Gonzalez Abreu.
It does not get more finesse than that. And none other than Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu to do so. An error on the return results in an ace for Altland. The lead extends to 5. It's all Bombers, and timeout Skidmore. Johnny, they got to try to slow this Bombers train down.
Yeah, they really do. Ithaca is just red hot because they have so many different players that have been performing well. Addie Ledbetter did really well in that first set. Second set, it was a lot of Gabby Gonzalez-Abreu. Third set, Jaden Weezy's been great. So Ithaca just has so many weapons, it's hard to stop.
So many weapons, to say the least. I mean, we talked about it earlier. This is a team that's playing without one of their most experienced players, and sophomore Brianna Owen. But while she's only a sophomore, she's played a total of 90 sets, recorded 240 points, 175 kills for this Bomber squad so far, averaging 2.67 points a game. And she's inactive today. Obviously, she's hurt. She's out this entire weekend. And they're still producing incredible volleyball even without her.
Yeah, she's key for the Bombers, but they've done a really good job filling that spot. But Jaden Weezy has really been filling her spot well, and Tara Stillwell has got a really good team. And Bryson, this is a team that I think could really make it far in the NCAA tournament.
I agree, and the story for years past has always been, well, yeah, they can do it in Liberty League play, but can they do it outside of Liberty League play? And yes, they have been able to. You're listening to Liberty League semifinal action on VIC Radio Ithaca. It'll be Altland to serve. 9-4 Bombers if you're just joining us. Ithaca up 2-0. Across the floor, Chen just had to tip it over. Slavin across the floor to Gonzalez-Abreu, blocked to the net and out for the Bombers. Point lead extends to 6. The Bombers hit 10 points.
Skidmore playing a little bit better at the net, a little stronger presence there. Good job by Ithaca, really great placement.
Altland's 5th service in a row. Right down the middle. They'll go out wide. Stays on the left side, stays on the right side for one of the few times. Garcia got a hand to it, but it went right past her. Lead cut to 5.
Well, Bryson, we were mentioning earlier, can Ithaca do it in the Liberty League? Yes, they can, but can they do it in the NCAA tournament? Ithaca beat one of the premier teams in the country, Johns Hopkins. They played some really good teams. MIT, those are 2 really solid wins, and teams that Ithaca could see as they get deeper into the postseason.
From the back row, it's tipped over. But Benedict's there. Slavin sets it right down the middle to Ledbetter. Across to the left side is dug on the back row by Garcia. Gonzalez-Abreu out wide. Dug by McIntyre. Tip over. It's an error on the part of Skidmore from Catriona Holpearl. And the Bombers grab the point. 11-5, Ithaca leads. Well, and speaking of that Johns Hopkins teams, Johnny, one of my friends from UMBC in my time there, Michaela DeMarzi, transferred from UMBC to Johns Hopkins for her grad year, and we had a nice little conversation about that one, talking about the skill of the Bombers.
And you look at Johns Hopkins, they're one of the premier programs in Division III for everything, and for Ithaca to beat them, which was phenomenal, and for them to beat MIT, those are the 2 wins that really stick out to me the most.
The point we missed there, an attacking error from the Bombers, so it's 11-6 now. Ithaca leads. Claus throws it down, but it's dug right down the middle. It's Chen. What a block from Ledbetter. Slavin right down the middle, sets it over her head to Ledbetter.
Skidmore tried really hard to save that.
A couple punches and knuckles there from Skidmore, but not enough to keep it up. So it's point Ithaca. They lead 12-6, and it'll be Addison Ledbetter to serve. Ella Graper comes back into the front row now as well. What a service from Ledbetter. It's dug somehow by McIntyre. Chen gets up out wide. Slavin now back out to the right side for Naomi Claus, who throws it down for the Ithaca point.
How good is Naomi Claus? She's been really great today. I got a shout out to Maya Parnell, and she included Renee McGowan in that too. So little double celebration there.
13-6, Ithaca leads. Ledbetter's service. It's dug by Settler. Slavin gets up, but isn't able to keep it in. 13-7 now for the Bombers. Substitution there as Ledbetter comes off, and coming back onto the floor for the Bombers is Gabriela Gonzalez-Abreu. Ellie Benedict with the dig. Graper throws it down and it's deflected but out. Point Ithaca, 7-point lead for the Bombers.
I feel like Ella Graper is such an underrated athlete on this Ithaca team. The senior from Wisconsin, she's a really good player at the net, but doesn't get a lot of the spotlight, and she's a really good under-the-radar player.
Skidmore calls the timeout, and it's a 14-7 game so far. 7-point lead for the Bombers. They're 11 points away from earning a trip to the finals.
Ithaca, this would be another trip to the finals. They won last year against William Smith. The last time Skidmore appeared in the Liberty League Championship was in 2012 against Clarkson. The last time they won the Liberty League was 2011 against Clarkson. And you look at that, and Skidmore, they've really been making strides, and that's credit to Lindsey King kind of building a culture for the Thoroughbreds.
And this is Skidmore's first winning season since 2019 as well. So for them to get this far in itself is a victory, I'd say. You play one of the best teams in the country to a 4-point second set as well. I think that's a victory in itself. But they have a little bit of life here to show that they're not done yet, to see if they can pull this back. I mean, to be down 7 points to the number 15 team in the country and a team that capitalizes off of leads like this, it's a hard task.
Well, that was a big win in the first round. That was a very solid Vassar team.
Slavin in service for the Bombers. She leads the team with 51 service aces. Set out wide, but it's unable to be converted by O'Connell as she came off really the inside or the outside of her thumb and into the net. So the lead extends now to 8, 15-7 Bombers. Slavin will stay in service. The Bombers inching closer and closer, and you can feel the excitement here at Benline Gymnasium as they get closer to the final.
Wow.
It's a service ace for Slavin. She has another to her total, Johnny.
That was a great serve by Wesley Slavin.
Slavin remains in service after the ace. 16-7 Bombers lead. This one goes straight to the back row. Set up here out wide as Heitman goes up, dug by the libero Benedict. Slavin out to the left for Klaus. Klaus throws it down out wide though. It's dug across the floor, dug by Benedict. Slavin right to the middle for Gonzalez Abreu, tips it over.
Wow.
The finesse. We've seen the power. We've seen the finesse with the foot, and now the finesse right down the middle for Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu.
This is the clean game that Ithaca really can play. That is really showcasing the ability of this Bombers team.
And we talked about the standard not being played to in the second set. This is the standard of Ithaca College volleyball. Set goes over. There's a fake set. Benedict passes it up for Klaus. Point Ithaca. Another masterclass here from Naomi.
13 kills for Naomi Claus. 2 digs, 2 blocks, 13 points. How incredible has she been? You also got to look at Wesley Slavin, 33 assists.
Another service ace from Wesley Slavin. She picked out the one panel on the floor that connects both the white lines and put it just inside of it. Pinpoint accuracy.
That is 3 aces for Wesley Slavin, 7 digs, 33 assists. Wow.
And after all the aces comes a service error for Slavin. 19-8, Ithaca leads just 6 points away from being one step closer to their 4th straight Liberty League championship.
Slavin joking with the coaching staff there after that service error.
Slavin out wide to Claus. Dug by McIntyre. Bull Pearl sets it up to Stolarts. It's dug though. Claus again. Dug by Skidmore. Again. Bull Pearls sets it up. What a dig from Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu off the ceiling.
Wow.
And Gonzalez Abreu's pass over just goes long. Point Skidmore.
Even though Skidmore got the point there, Ithaca did a really good job of watching it off the ceiling and playing some smart volleyball there.
And as we look in the crowd today, we see members of our WICB football crew. Molly Golden, Lucas Orlovitz is going up there to get the point on the kill is Wheezy. Ithaca leads 20-9. But as you look around, you see some of our WICB football crew, Molly Golden, Lucas Orlovitz, They're all here as they get ready for our special Cortica coverage tomorrow on 91.7 FM WICB, starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow with a special 2-hour pregame show and the game starting at noon.
It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. And tomorrow at 5 o'clock is also the Liberty League Championship here at Ben Light Gymnasium. The winners of this game will play the winners of our 6:30 game between the Union Garnet Chargers and the Herons of William Smith.
It's a net violation for the Bombers that results in the point for Skidmore, so it's 2010. Gabriela Gonzalez, Abreu out wide, and Skidmore cannot return it. Went off the fingertips of Stolarz at the net, and then McIntyre tried to get her hands to it and just rolled over the top of them. 21-10. Bombers 4 points away. Ellie Benedict in service. McIntyre sets it back across to the right side. Slavin gets a hand on it. Up now to Weezy. Wow. Another point for the sophomore.
Jaden Weezy found the perfect location on that kill, and Weezy gets her 12th kill of the match.
And Johnny, as you mentioned, the championship game, if Ithaca closes this out here, we will see you tomorrow in that championship game at 5 here on VIC Radio. Slavin sets it up now for Ledbetter. It's Doug. McIntyre gets under it, passes it up. It's blocked to the net, and the Bombers can't get it back over, though, as Ledbetter tried to get down for it. It was a little too late. 22-11, Ithaca leads.
Bryson, you mentioned if Ithaca wins, the game will be on VIC with our good friends, like we mentioned, Lucas Orlovitz, Luke Fitzpatrick, and Molly Golden.
Dug by Benedict. Slavin sets her across to the right side. It's Weezy again.
Jaden Weezy.
Weezy's got me feeling wheezy with how often I've been saying her name.
Wow. That is kill number 13. She's now tied with Naomi Claus for the most kills in the match.
The sophomore making a name for herself in the semifinal. 23-11, 2 points away. Blocked by Ledbetter. Slavin gets a hand to it. Gonzalez Abreu has to hit it over. It's blocked to the net, but no one gets there. 24-11, match point.
Little miscommunication by the Thoroughbreds there as the Bombers find the middle of the court.
Bridget Altland with the service, 24-11. The Bombers need just 1 point for a berth back to the championship. Skidmore's season on the line. Slavin digs it though. Benedict passes out wide to Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu. It's tipped. They've done it. Back to the championship they go. The ticket is punched. And the Bombers continue dancing here in the Liberty League Championship.
What a game by Ithaca, but really props to Skidmore. They played a great game. They really hung tough. That second set is something to be really proud of for Coach Lindsey King's squad, but also, Bryson, a season to be proud of.
Like we said earlier, the first winning season since 2019 for the Thoroughbreds. But the real story today, the Ithaca Bombers going back to what feels like is already predetermined for this team. A potential 4 straight championships on the line Sunday afternoon. Like you said, Luke Fitzpatrick, Lucas Orlovitz will have the call for that one. Molly Golden on the sideline. They're all in attendance watching this tonight. But what a historic feat for this team where they do it again and again and again. And the same questions are asked of them every year, and all they give is answers in their favor. What a game, Johnny.
Really got to give props because, Bryson, it looks like almost in every set there was a key player for each team, for Ithaca. You look at the first set, that was really Addie Ledbetter. She had a really great first set for Ithaca. Then you move into set 2. Gabby Gonzalez Abreu did a really good job of keeping them in it. And then you go to the third set, Jaden Weezy. Bryson, let's take a look at Jaden Weezy's final stat line in 3 sets, 13 kills in 19 attempts. That's a .579 hitting percentage. Then you go even more into her stats, and she has a dig. Naomi Claus was fantastic across all sets, 13 kills in 35 attempts for a .257 hitting percentage. She had an assist in 2 digs and 2 blocks. You look at Ellie Benedict, 7 digs. Gabby Gonzalez Abreu, actually the digs leader for Ithaca with 12. And then Wesley Slavin. What another great job. 36 assists. So Bryson, really balanced stat lines.
And this is such an experienced team, but it's safe to say that after this season, the team is still in very, very safe hands. You're returning almost all of these players, and we have Morgan Springs, who will be down on the floor here shortly with head coach Tara Stillwell, and we're going to send it down to Morgan right now.
I'm down on the sideline with Coach Stillwell after a 3-set win in the semifinal. Coach, the atmosphere and the crowd, it was great. How did the benefits of playing at home lead to success?
I mean, home court advantage is always that. It's an advantage. We know our court. We know how the ceiling plays. Having this fan support behind us is great because it just energizes us more than we already are, and we create a lot of our own energy.
In the second set, Skidmore had a run of 5 straight kills. They took an 11-7 lead. You then took a timeout. What was the message during that timeout that led to the second set win?
That we were better than that. That's all I said. I'm going to be so for real.
Tomorrow, a Liberty League tourney title is on the line. William Smith or Union will be the opponent. What's the mindset going into Saturday's game?
It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what we've done in the past. It's game by game. It's one at a time. And that's just what we've been preaching in postseason. And the mindset is we got to go after whoever it is hard, but also playing our game.
Thank you, Coach Stillwell. Back up to you.
Thank you, Morgan, for all the insight down there, and thank you to the head coach, Tara Stillwell.
I love her responses. I love that she goes, let's just be for real. Like, that is the type of coach that she is. I love it. I love her responses. And Bryson, one of the things I want to pull out of that interview, she said, we know how the ceiling plays. We saw that come in to effect a couple times. So that is something that you don't really think about in the game plan. So really great. But hey, I love Coach Stillwell's message, and what a fantastic job she's done in 2 seasons.
And game by game, they will take it. And the next game on the slate now comes tomorrow afternoon in the championship series. A special thank you to our manager of television and radio operations, Reese Finch, our wonderful board operator Abby Bladen, field producer Anthony Labonte, sports director Connor Smith, VIC radio station manager Rowan Keller-Smith, athletics director Aaron Boyer, Justin Lutz, the all-powerful Frank Myra, and the entire athletics department. Don't go anywhere. We still have the post-game show for Johnny Lisi and Morgan Spriggs. I'm Bryson Shaw saying so long from Ben Light Gymnasium here on VIC Radio, the voice of Ithaca College and the Bombers Radio Network.
Absolute awesome work, guys.
I want to get a picture of the 3 of us so we can get a picture of us. Here, Labonte.
Abby, can you give us 2 more? Hold on. Yep.
Can you get a picture of Bryson and I real quick?
Actually, Abby, give us like 2 more after this. Give me 2 more after this one. Get me 1 more after this. Yes.
Welcome to the post-game show where I, Derek Smith, and Nate Kranak will break down the semifinals matchup between the Ithaca Bombers and the Skidmore Thoroughbreds. Nate, it seemed like Skidmore was not able to create many effective offensive threats this game. Why do you think that was the case?
It really was tough for the Thoroughbreds to receive the ball to even have the opportunity to be a threat on the offensive side. I think this really comes down to the Bombers' defense and the hitting percentages for each team.
I also like what you said there. It's true, every volley starts with a dig, and libero Marlo McIntyre really tried her best, but she could only do so much with the firepower that Ithaca was throwing her way. Skidmore was able to get offense going, and Ithaca had plenty of miscommunications on their side, but unfortunately really didn't show up for much on the scoreboard for Skidmore. The second set, however, was the closest set of the game. What did you see in the second set that was different from the other two, Nate?
Well, for me, the biggest difference between the first and second set was Skidmore was way more aggressive than they were in the first set. They had way more attack attempts than Ithaca. And compared to the first set, the hitting percentages were not great, but they were a lot better than a negative percentage of -0.032 like they had in the first set.
Now on the flip side, the Ithaca offense was spot on. Who do you think took charge of the Bombers and deserves credit for the offensive efficiency?
The ones who caught my eye on being efficient for this Bombers offense was number 18, Jaden Weezy, and number 16, Addison Ledbetter, both with amazing hit percentages of .579 and .1417. Throughout all three sets, the first year Ledbetter was the voice of this team, keeping the Bombers locked in and being hyped for her teammates. She really shows how she is a future leader for this Bombers team.
I love that, Nate. But with that offensive efficiency, there was also a handful of miscommunications on the Bombers side of the court that I did mention earlier. Is that a concern heading into the finals for this team?
Although this could come off as a problem in the championship game, I doubt they are very concerned at all. The Bombers seemed extremely confident in their team, and from the looks of it, communication and chemistry is at an all-time high for this team.
Now, last question, Nate. If you were to hand out a Player of the Game award, who would you give it to?
My player of the game has got to be sophomore outside hitter, number 18, Jaden Weezy. She stuffed the stat sheet with 13 kills on only 19 total attacks, which makes a hitting percentage of .579. There are so many players to choose from on this Bombers team with so much depth, but Weezy stood out to me, and I'm sure she will keep it up in the championship game.
I love it, Nate. Now that brings an end to this post-game show and the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in here on the Voice of Ithaca College, VIC Radio, and the Bombers Radio. Make sure to catch the Liberty League Championship between Ithaca and either William Smith or Union here tomorrow at 5, only on VIC Radio.
Thank you, Abby.